Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to walk through the specs on our 2022 Ford Transit van. We originally ordered a 2021 Transit, but due to production issues at Ford, our vehicle got pushed into a 2022 model year. That changed some of the options that we selected, but we'll talk more about those once we get further into the van. We went with the high and the 148-inch extended wheelbase on our Transit. And as for the color, in a world full of white and black vans, we really kind of wanted something different. And we were thinking about was going with the eruption green, but we lost that opportunity in 2022 for this year. So we went with race red, which is probably for the best because we also have a Ford Bronco in the same color. So our 2022 Ford Transit is equipped with the EcoBoost twin-turbo V6 gas motor, paired with the 10-speed automatic transmission, which is capable of putting out about 300 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. We elected to go with a larger engine available because it will allow us to easily go up any mountain roads that we may encounter. Our engine is paired with a 3.73 differential, which is going to be good for acceleration as well as fuel economy. And in addition to that, it is a limited slip differential, which is good for off-roading. We elected to have the 11,000-pound gross vehicle weight option for our Transit. And what that means is it allows us to have a heavier build, but in the meantime, we dropped from a single wheel out back and instead now have a dually setup. Our Transit has a single sliding door on the passenger side with a massive fixed glass window. And then in the back, we have two doors with massive heated windows that have the 253-degree unlocking mechanism. I'm gonna go through the standard features on our Transit. I kind of broke them up into 4 groups: convenience, comfort, technology, and then like an other. As for the standard technology equipment, we have rain sensing wipers, auto high beam headlamps, forward collision warning system, hill start assist, lane keeping systems, a post-collision braking system, a pre-collision assist with automatic engine braking, rear view camera with a trailer hitch assist, electronic power assist steering, and then a Ford Pass Connect, which is a modem within the vehicle that allows us to set up a mobile hotspot. Now, as for standard equipment in the comfort section, there's air conditioning, assist handles, or more commonly referred to as grab handles, LED interior lighting, selectable drive modes, side wind stabilization, heavy-duty front axle, and a movable steering wheel column. Now, as for standard equipment in the convenience bucket, there's an auxiliary fuel port, which we can attach a heater directly to the tank, a glove box that locks, a 12-volt power point up front and back, a full-size spare tire wheel, and a auto temp control. Now, for standard equipment and other, body side molding in black, front and rear bumpers in carbon black, and a front license plate bracket. Now that we went over everything that came standard on our Transit, here is everything that we added as a optional feature. And the biggest one is the Adventure Prep Package for the Transit. Now, in this Adventure Prep Package, it includes wheel well liners that protect the inside of the wheel well from crud like salt and dirt, reverse sensing system, front fog lamps at the bumper, Sync 4 HD Bluetooth with a tremendously large 12-inch screen, adaptive cruise control, dual 70 amp hour batteries, a blind spot assist system, a front overhead shelf, illuminated sun visors on that shelf, 12-volt power point within the rear, an auxiliary fuse panel behind the glove box, high-intensity headlamps, and side sensing systems. Now, as for the features that weren't part of the Adventure Prep Package that we decided to add onto our Transit, that list includes 4-way swivel seats covered in a dark palazzo gray cloth. We haven't been able to swivel them with the front doors being closed, so that may be an issue in the future. An HD trailer tow package. So that includes trailer wiring for the times that I want to tow a car or a motorcycle trailer. And now besides that, the tow haul mode is fantastic for those long mountain passes to keep the transmission in a lower gear and your foot off the brake. We also elected to select the modified vehicle wiring system, a perimeter anti-theft alarm, a 360-degree camera, even though the Transit in the photo is gray and not red, dual alternators at 250 amps, dually silver steel wheels, an extended fuel tank for 31 gallons that is going to come in extra handy for those long trips, a large center console that's not large enough for a Nalgene or hydro flask, 2 additional keys, and a keyless entry pad that allows us to keep the keys in the van while we're out on the lake, hiking, riding motorcycles, or whatever it may be without needing to have them physically on us. So this next list are things that were not options when we originally ordered our Ford that we wish were available. That includes a block heater, outfitter switches, and we think that we did not get the switches because we got the large center console. Different color wheels, we wish we could have gotten black, but we'll probably have to go to the aftermarket to get a solution that's a little more aggressive for off-road. We just want more USB and USB-C outlets. We only have 2 USB outlets up front and one is in a terrible spot behind the steering wheel. And then more outlets in general. It would have been great to have a 12 volt or 2 up front and multiple USB-C outlets, and then a remote side door. So this next list are things that we ordered originally that ultimately never made it to production on our Transit. That includes a 120 watt outlet in the rear. Instead, we got a 12 volt, a 120 watt outlet under the driver's seat. We were told that's because the handbrake is there and there is no option for us. But we never got the option to not have that handbrake there and instead select an electronic handbrake. Side airbags, even though it's on our sticker sheet, heated seats, and a heated steering wheel. Now, why did we not get what we ordered? That's a great question. We think there's a little miscommunication when our order got changed from a 2021 to 2022. When we were asked to respec it for a 2022, we actually never got the opportunity to look at the catalog of all of the options, and neither did our dealership. So what we selected is an available options in 2021, kind of changed up enough to the point where we didn't get exactly what we were thinking we were going to get when we picked it up in 2022. Now, how much did this big, beautiful red beast cost? Here's the numbers. Base price for the van was $53,200. And then we added $8,120 in options for a total vehicle price of $61,320. But then of course you need to add the $1,695 in transportation for a grand total of $63,000, or the price of a used Porsche 911. Now, we've taken this van back to the dealership twice now to get things fixed and squared away. Small things, but things that I wouldn't expect to see on a $60,000+ vehicle. Things like the plastic fitting on the A and the B pillars not fitting correctly. The center console was not installed correctly, so the buttons were being mashed against it, not allowing us to actually use the buttons or the volume knob. And then in the rear, the exhaust, the side exit exhaust is hanging too high against the car and melting the plastic cladding that runs on the passenger's side. And then in addition to that, there's just some little scrapes, scratches, dents, things that you would never accept in a $60,000 car, but for some reason it's acceptable in a $60,000 cargo van. Now, overall, we're very happy with the van. There may be a few small things that weren't perfect when we got it, but we think it's the perfect solution and the perfect blank canvas for us to build out over the next few months and turn it into our world touring home on wheels. Now, if you've enjoyed this video and you found it useful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, follow along as we journey into this van build and into the future.